Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome. My name is Michael Berlucci, and I have the honor and distinction of serving as a city council member from District 3, and also as one of the two liaisons to the Virginia Beach Human Rights Commission, along with my friend, and our mayor, Mayor Bobby Dyer. And I want to welcome you to the 30th Annual Human Rights Awards Program. Let's give everyone a round of applause and welcome. And at this time, if you're able, I would ask that you stand for the presentation of colors by the Virginia Beach Sheriff's Honor Guard, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Mark time. Mark. Honor guard. Hold. Left. Face. Honor guard. Freeze. J. Colors.
And please join me for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Colors. Right. Face. Forward. Mark.
Please give a warm round of applause to the Virginia Beach Sheriff's Honor Guard. And you may be seated. This is the part of the script where it says, Councilmember Berlucci will craft his own remarks. And for the rest of the program, I promise to remain on script, but just for this moment, I'd like to just share a few, well, let me rephrase that. I promise to try to remain on script and for the rest of the program. But for this part, it's very special to me because I have a chance to offer some reflections about the importance of this evening and about our community and about our shared work together. I mentioned that I was a member of the Human Rights Commission for 5 years before I had the pleasure to serve as a member of council and continue as their liaison. And so it brings me great joy and gratitude for the opportunity to serve as the MC for this very special evening. And of course, we're all here to celebrate the contributions of the award recipients, and we're also here to take a moment to recognize and applaud and express gratitude for the work our Human Rights Commission does within our community, and to celebrate the importance of the partnerships that exist here. As I look around the room, I see folks from representing so many organizations and individuals who commit themselves selflessly to improving the lives of others in Virginia Beach. And so even if you're not an award recipient here tonight, you're a supporter of one, and you're also a person who cares deeply about improving the lives of our neighbors and enhancing human and civil rights, not only in Virginia Beach, but in our region and across the country. So I'm looking at so many amazing people who I know dedicate themselves every day, and I find inspiration in that. And then I'd like to offer two specific reflections. The first one is, I just came back from a conference that was focused on combating anti-Semitism, and there was a speaker there who shared something that was very insightful to me. And are you all familiar with the story of two hunters and a lion in the jungle? Some of you are nodding, and just in case if you're not, the story goes that there's two hunters in the jungle, and all of a sudden a lion appears. And we know there's trouble. So one of the hunters is terrified, and the other hunter starts lacing up his running shoes. And the other guy goes, "What are you doing? There's no way you can outrun this lion." And he says, I don't need to outrun the lion. I only need to outrun you. And the problem, it's funny, but also the problem with this analogy is that too often in life, and in this work in particular, we are outrunning the lions for ourselves or for our constituency or for our group. And the lion, as the speaker told us, of hatred, the lion of discrimination will eat us all. And so and the same lion of hatred that hates Jewish people also hates black people. The same lion also hates LGBTQ, and you can go down the list. There's too many categories to name, but the lion hates us all. And we may outrun the lion, but then we're alone in the jungle with the hungry lion of hatred. And so the speaker was expressing to this conference, and I hope that we take a moment to just pause and figure out how we can work together as we are tonight and build bridges and partnerships and alliances that will allow us to slaughter that lion of hatred in the jungle rather than running from it. And I wanted to share that reflection, that I was inspired by those words at the conference that I recently attended. And the second part is, I mentioned that my affinity for the Human Rights Commission. I had so many really fun times and debates and friendships that were formed from my time on the commission. And I was thinking about this on the plane when I was flying back. I really loved the chance to serve as the MC for this event, and I thought it was because of this familiarity that, you know, I have like now a more than 10-year history with the Human Rights Commission, and I've served with so many people who were there or was involved in appointing people or recruiting people to appoint to the members of the commission, and there's some comfort and familiarity, and also some, you know, it's an honor to be asked to serve in a role like this, and so it always made me feel good when I left, and that is part of it. I definitely feel good for that sense because of my investment in the work and history in the work that happens here. But I actually think the reason that I love serving in this role so much is because I always feel really amazing when I leave, and the reason I feel amazing isn't because of my comfort and familiarity or affinity for all of you wonderful people and the work that you do. It's actually because you're about to hear, I think there's 9 honorees, is that right? You're about to hear the stories of some really amazing people who do incredible work. And in our lives, there are times when we need a little inspiration or encouragement or an attunement of our purpose. And every time that I participate in this event, I feel that purpose is enhanced, that my devotion to that cause is improved, and that maybe the times that I have fall short or think I could do something better is really inspired to do better by the stories that I hear tonight. And the reason I share that is because I hope you feel that way when you leave here today, after having experienced this award ceremony and learning about the contributions of these amazing people. So that concludes my remarks. Is that okay? Are we ready to move on for the rest of the program? I do want to tell you that we have some very honored, every guest is honored. We have some very honored guests with us tonight, and the recognition of those will come later in the program. But for now, I have the privilege to introduce to you an incredible man who has offered unbelievable support and commitment to the Virginia Beach Human Rights Commission as long as I've ever known him. He and my colleagues on council continuously convey the importance of appreciating and supporting our community's various dimensions of diversity. And at this time, I ask that you please join me in welcoming our mayor, the Honorable Robert M. Bobby Dyer.
Thank you all and good evening. What a great group. What a great representation of who we are as a city. Look around you. It's a beautiful mosaic of people coming together in mind and spirit to do the right thing for so many people. And that's why we are regarded as a great city. And let me just read a couple things here, and then I'm going to speak from the heart just a little bit too. As you know, Universal Human Rights Month is observed every December to commemorate the adoption of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights by the United Nations General Assembly on December 10th of 1948. The purpose of this annual commemoration is to promote awareness and understanding of human rights and their importance in ensuring equality, justice, and dignity for all people throughout the world. This year's theme is Human Rights Are Everyday Essentials. It highlights the continued relevance of human rights in addressing challenges across the globe. The United Nations reminds us in times of turbulence and insecurity, human rights remains humanity's winning proposition. Not only are it a winning proposition, they are essential. When this day of commemoration began, UN officials announced the purpose of the original proclamation of 1948. And I quote, "Take the time to reflect on the progress made in promoting human rights. Focus on the challenges still to be met, and honor those people and organizations that advocate for human rights, not where they are, but where they are throughout the entire world as well." Without question, as Commission members, you have upheld those ideas. You have worked without fear or favor to ensure justice and dignity for everyone in Virginia Beach. For 30 years, this commission has advocated for human rights of all residents, helping every person feel included, seen, and heard. You provide assistance to individuals who believe their rights have been violated, and create a forum for discussing human rights issues and solutions to improve human relations here in Virginia Beach. Consider the impact of your work. From mediating disputes to educating the public, you have built bridges of understanding that strengthen our community. We must remind ourselves how vital compassion for others if we are to survive as a democracy. Compassion is as important as oxygen and just as necessary for a fair and just society. And so beyond policy and proclamation, we are called to something deeper: compassion. Compassion. Across the Old and New Testaments, we are reminded that compassion is not simply a virtue, but a daily practice that sustains justice and dignity. The book of Lamentations tells us compassion never fails, renewing itself each morning. The book of Ephesians calls us to embody kindness and forgiveness in our relationships. Tonight we honor the human rights. Let us remember the timeless call for compassion, for its foundation and humane and in a hopeful world. And we applaud our commission, knowing that every action you take is one more step in pursuit of justice and dignity for all. I've had the privilege of being with this magnificent group of people for 21 years now. Boy, time flies when you're having fun. But I'll tell you what a remarkable group of individuals that has sustained itself over time. A seamless continuum of excellence, of leadership and the people involved over the years, with many changing faces throughout. Virginia Beach gets a lot of kudos, and they're deserved, but one in particular. We get kudos for being, Forbes magazine, the best place to live, quality of life. U.S. News, best place to retire. But what really means the most to me and my fellow council members and our management and all of you is Wallet Hub the other day said Virginia Beach is the most caring city in this great nation. Give yourselves a hand. When you think about all the people and all the organizations Virginia Beaches have, and the one thing I noticed and find out, and I am so touched as mayor, I found out through tragedy and triumph that Virginia Beach is a city of faith. It's a city of many faiths, and that is the glue that holds us together as a community. So for that, I thank you for not what you are doing currently, but also what you have continued to do. But I want to thank all the members, the hundreds of members that have served on the Human Rights Commission since its inception for 30 years. Organizations do not sustain if they don't have a viable reason, if they're not willing to change, if they're not willing to confront problems. And there is a reason for our success, your success. The strength of Virginia Beach are the people that live here, work here, have their businesses here, but most of all give their time, talent, and treasure to help others. And that's why we are and always will be VB Strong. Thank you and God bless you.
One more round of applause for our mayor, Mayor Bobby Dyer. And at this time, it's my privilege to introduce the Human Rights Commission Chair, Mr. Jamal Gunn, and Vice Chair, Mr. Arnel Custodio. Please welcome them.
Before I begin, is anybody here a teacher by chance? Cool. Anybody here nerd? Raise your hand. It's okay. I'm a nerd, so I'm sure. So because I'm a nerd, I'm a real history nerd. Please appreciate the comments that I give in the spirit in which they're given. So again, just want to give you a fair warning. But good evening and welcome. I am Jamal Gunn, Chair of the Human Rights Commission. And on behalf of the Commission, I'd like to welcome you to the 30th Annual Human Rights Award Ceremony.
Approximately 30 years ago, the Commission began recognizing individuals and organizations that made a difference in our community. 373 awards, and tonight we will be adding 9 more for a total of 382 awards over 30 years. If you are a past recipient, would you please stand? Thank you. These 382 awardees represent such a great cross-section of our community. Nonprofits, law enforcement, educators, African American community, Latinx and the Filipino community, Native Americans, faith leaders, disability communities, seniors advocates, community organizers, lesbian, gay, and transgender advocates. There are so many heroes in our community, and we will continue to honor them. I'd like to take the time to introduce our commissioners. Please stand as I call your names, and I'd like you to hold your applause until I finish calling all the names. Our commissioners, Jamal Gunn, who's our chair, Beatrice Amberman, Maluska Carlavarino Zigara, Jackson Doan, Dr. Virginia Ginger Jancott, Shannon Kendrick, Bruce Meyer, who's not present, Sylvia Neri Strickland, Mark Stevens, Ramona D. Taylor, Ron Taylor, and Rosalind Vaughn. Our student commissioners are Radha Basnet and Noor Nagy. Thank you so much. I would also like to recognize the staff and liaisons that assist the commission on a regular basis. That includes our Honorable Mayor, Robert M. Dyer, Council Member Michael Berlucci, Patrick Duhaney, our City Manager, Monica Krosky, our Deputy City Manager, Stacey Hawks, who's our Human Resources Director and Employee and Labor Relations. Dominique McKinnon, who's our glue and holds us all together in the Human Rights Commission from Human Resources. Donna Hernandez, our Assistant City Attorney. Deputy Chief Scene, who's not here unfortunately, Scene Adams, Virginia Beach Police Department, who just retired, right, this year as well. Captain Karen Johnson, Virginia Beach Sheriff's Office. Ty Harris, Virginia Beach City Public Schools Liaison. Mark Cummins, our Virginia Beach City Public School Board Liaison. And our city photographer for today, Alex Abad.
Human rights work is never easy. It demands resilience, moral clarity, and a willingness to act, even when doing so comes at a great personal cost. History offers us powerful reminders of what happens when humanity fails that responsibility and what it looks like when individuals rise to meet it. This year, we commemorated the 80th anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz, the concentration camp responsible for the death of over 1 million people in occupied Poland during World War II. But it was during this utter horror that inspired one of the most remarkable examples of courage in the face of immense adversity. Witold Pilecki, a Polish resistance fighter, volunteered to be imprisoned in Auschwitz in order to gather intelligence and organize resistance from within. He faked his identity, risking immediate execution, and allowed himself to be captured. He endured starvation, torture, and constant danger in an effort to smuggle out detailed reports and documenting the atrocities being committed. But despite his actually being there, eyewitnessing the systematic genocide, his warnings were met with disbelief. No one believed there could possibly be such a disregard of humanity. So he changed tactics, and he decided to tell the Allies in person what they would not believe in writing. Witold Pilecki escaped Auschwitz to tell the world what was happening. This is what kids these days would describe as standing on your business, because that's what he was about. He felt humanity was that special. He later told his children human beings are the most precious thing, and he asked them to live worthwhile lives, to respect others and nature, because every single life has reason. His bravery stands as a testament to what one person can do when they refuse to abandon the truth, even in humanity's darkest hour. Pilecki's story reminds us that human rights are protected not only by institutions, but by individuals who choose integrity over fear and action over indifference. Tonight, we celebrate people who have made those same kind of choices, people who defend the vulnerable, challenge injustice, and bring us closer to a world rooted in dignity, fairness, and compassion. But this evening is not only about honoring their achievements, it's about renewing our shared commitment to the values that define human rights: equality, accountability, and the unwavering belief that every person deserves safety, respect, and protection, no matter their race, their class, or their gender. Thank you to our partners, supporters, liaisons, and everyone who continues to advance this work. Your presence reflects a community that believes in progress and each other. With gratitude and hope, I welcome you to tonight's celebration. Let us honor the leaders among us and be inspired by their example and carry their spirit forward with the same boldness that carried Witold Pilecki 80 years ago. Thank you, and please enjoy the evening.
Thank you so much to Jamal and Arnell for those insightful remarks. In addition to the folks who were recognized by Mr. Custodio, I'd also like to just note the presence of our Vice Mayor, Rosemary Wilson, as well as Council Members Worth Remick, and Dr. Amelia Ross Hammond. And I don't know if there are any other elected officials in the room, but I just want to make sure that I take a moment just to check. Okay. Former school board member Shannon Kendrick, who's also a commissioner. Thank you. Tonight, together, we will honor 9 individuals for their service and commitment to human rights. Since 1994, the Human Rights Commission has presented human rights awards annually to honor individuals and groups who have demonstrated a commitment to the promotion of respect and understanding among people with diverse backgrounds. And I just want to say one of the creators of this, I think we may have two creators of this awards program here tonight, are Commissioners Amberman and Strickland. And let's give them a round of applause for their visionary tradition that we celebrate 30 years later. And you're still with us as commissioners, so I guess that tells me we still have work to do. Sorry, I'm way off script. This recognition program provides the community the opportunity to nominate individuals, community groups, organizations, and businesses for meritorious service in the pursuit of cultural diversity and advocacy of human rights for all. A brief bio will be read for each recipient to highlight their many accomplishments, and each award recipient is asked to join the presenters on stage at the conclusion of your introduction. And just for some logistics, if you don't mind entering on this side and then exiting on that side. Our first recipient is Ana Castellanos, and presenting the award is Commissioners Miluska, Carle Varino Zagara, and Commissioner Beatrice Amberman. Please welcome them. Actually, you know what? We're going to reverse it. We're going to reverse it. Enter on this side and then exit on this side. We're reversing.
Good evening. Ana Castellanos is a proud Hispanic leader whose life embodies resilience, advocacy, and cultural pride. Since making Virginia Beach her home in 2003, she has dedicated herself to advancing equity and inclusion for families, immigrants, and individuals with disabilities. As the mother of a daughter with cerebral palsy and autism, Ana has transformed personal challenges into powerful advocacy. She has fought tirelessly for the rights of individuals with disabilities, ensuring that families like hers can access education, services, and opportunities without barriers. Her lived experience has given her a profound empathy that guides her leadership and inspires others. Ana was the inspiration of Voz Hispana, a Spanish language family empowerment group that has helped more than 50 families navigate the Virginia Beach City public schools system, breaking down language and cultural barriers. She has also collaborated with the regional initiatives such as Bienvenidos Project through the Independent Center of Northern Virginia, expanding access to resources for Hispanic families in Hampton Roads.
Thank you, Miluska. And my heart is rejoicing tonight because we are recognizing members of the Latino community who we have known for many years. So our heart is rejoicing. And I will continue. In addition to her disability rights work, Ana is an active member of the Hispanic Leadership Forum of Hampton Roads, where she promotes civic engagement, cultural representation, and leadership development among the Latino community. She is also an entrepreneur, uplifting Mexican artisans through her cultural business while serving families and veterans with special needs through her services. Though her unwavering commitment to human rights, cultural diversity, and disability advocacy, Ana Castellanos has made a lasting impact on the city of Virginia Beach. Her leadership is a testament to the power of resilience, compassion, and community-driven change. Please join us in honoring Ana Castellanos for her selfless giving to the community. And let me pause right here because Ana has made this award international. And I just want to recognize that with her, there are members of our community that traveled from out of the country to join her. Quiero dar las gracias a Ana porque trajo de fuera de la comunidad, de otro país, a otras personas. And so Ana is going to give her remarks in both English and Spanish. Ana.
Good evening, everybody. I accept this award on behalf of all of you who were my voice to take the changes for our community. My daughter's disability, along with the limited understanding I have of special education and English, gave me the opportunity to meet extraordinary people who became my voice, so the schools will provide greater support to the Hispanic community, not only in special education, but also in basic education. I love sharing the culture in which I grew up in my childhood. And I feel very happy that it's the second year that we celebrate the Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead in Virginia Beach. Thank you. And my greatest reward is now not only Hispanic families, but all families have access to greater education, service, and opportunities. Together we grow. Together we help empower one another. Thank you very much. I'm going to speak in Spanish. Acepto este premio en nombre de todos ustedes, quienes fueron mi voz para generar cambios en nuestra comunidad. La discapacidad de mi hija, junto con mi límite conocimiento de educación especial en inglés, me dio la oportunidad de conocer a personas extraordinarias que se convirtieron en mi voz para que las escuelas brindaran un mayor apoyo a la comunidad hispana. No solo en educación especial, sino también en educación básica. Me encanta compartir la cultura en la que crecí durante mi infancia. Me siento feliz de que sea el segundo año que compartimos la celebración de Día de los Muertos en Virginia Beach. Mi mayor recompensa es que ahora no solo las familias hispanas, sino todas las familias tienen acceso a mejor educación, servicios y oportunidades. Juntos crecemos, juntos nos empoderamos nuevamente. Muchas gracias. Thank you.
We'll sit right here, and we'll take pictures after the fact.
Congratulations. Receiving the next HRC award is Amy and Jerry Frostick, and Commissioners Jackson Doan and Dr. Virginia Janecott will present the award.
Good evening, everybody. As founders of J&A Racing, Amy and Jerry Frostick created an organization that actively promotes equal opportunity by ensuring that individuals of all ages and abilities can participate in their events. Through their Starting Strides program, they provide scholarships to students from Title I schools, eliminating barriers such as race entry fees, transportation, and access to proper footwear. For instance, in 2022, over 700 students across 14 different schools received new running shoes to participate in the Shamrock Marathon weekend, thanks to partnerships with local businesses and organizations. The J&A Racing Foundation supports various organizations dedicated to advancing human rights and providing assistance to those in need. Their charitable partners include, but are not limited to, Bag Buddies, the Bayport Foundation, Operation Smile, Mutts with a Mission, Team WRB, and many, many others. These collaborations demonstrate J&A Racing's commitment to promoting human dignity and supporting initiatives that enhance the quality of life for community members.
J&A Racing embraces cultural diversity by welcoming participants from various backgrounds and fostering an environment of inclusivity. By celebrating diversity in their events and outreach efforts, J&A Racing contributes to a more inclusive and culturally rich community. People from all over the world participate in JNA races, showcasing unique cultures within Virginia Beach's globally attractive running community. They collaborate with the Bayport Foundation to promote family health and wellness, and with Ainsley's Angels to ensure that individuals with severe disabilities, such as those who would run in strollers, can fully participate in races. These initiatives not only promote physical activity, but also educate participants about inclusion, accessibility, and community responsibility, fostering a more informed and compassionate community. Congratulations to Jerry and Amy Frostick for making our community a better place to live.
I'm going to do the English version, and Jerry's going to do the Spanish version. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you, Council. Thank you, Mayor, for being here and attending. I think this is very important for all of us, and Virginia Beach. This award is amazing, and for the both of us. And we thank the City of Virginia Beach for giving us this opportunity, for believing in us. We do it from our heart, and we don't know any other way to do it. So we love all of our programs that we support and all of our charities that we support, and we're going to continue to do it.
And just to echo Amy, thank you to the commission and to this city that we love. Also really want to congratulate all the other recipients. And I think at a time like this, when there's some negativity in the world, it's really refreshing to be surrounded by people that want to make a difference. I mean, and we are. I mean, I think this group can grow, and we make a difference. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention we do what we were taught to do. I mean, this is how we grew up. Is to treat other people the way you want to be treated. It was that simple. And my parents are no longer with us, but I know that my mom would really be proud with this award more than the other awards that we've been recognized with. But I would like to recognize Amy's mom and dad are here. And they taught and continue to still teach the difference of being good. And he celebrates his 88th birthday. So please help me with Tom and Joanne Markle. So thank you, congratulations, and we'll keep doing it. I love the Virginia Beach because we're better together.
Congratulations and thank you. And I'm going to do something that's a little dangerous, but I saw some other folks that I would like to recognize in the audience, so please bear with me, but I think it's important. And if for some reason, don't take any slight if I don't, recognize everyone in the room, which I'd like to do. But I do want to point out that our former Chief of Police, Jim Cervera, who has served our city well, and through some of our most challenging days is here with his wife. Thank you, Chief. And I'd also like to point out that Director Smith and her team from Human Services, which is essential to the promotion and protection of human rights, are here. And we thank you for your services and for making the time to be here. And I think your presence is meritorious of a special recognition, so thank you very much for being here and for everything you do for our city. Okay. Our next recipient is Alejandro Lawson, and Student Commissioner Bassnett and Commissioner Ramona Taylor will present this award.
Hello and good evening. Alejandro is a high school senior who has been involved in human rights initiatives for many years. Through his organization called the Refugee and Immigrant Solidarity Coalition, Alejandro has fostered cultural diversity by organizing events at local businesses and places of worship, creating opportunities for people from all walks of life to connect and build mutual understanding, giving the community first-hand exposure to diverse perspectives. Alejandro has furthered social awareness and education by organizing events that highlight the complexities of immigration and has provided platforms for immigrants to share their stories. He has collaborated with organizations such as the Virginia Coalition of Latino Organizations, the Chamber for Hispanic Progress, the Latino Law Students Association at William & Mary, National Immigration Law, Commonwealth Catholic Charities, and the Hampton Roads Refugee Relief to strengthen advocacy and human outreach.
Good evening. Alejandro spreads awareness through social media campaigns highlighting the challenges faced by migrant farm workers and the importance of their contributions. He has created and distributed a digital resource guide for immigrant communities, ensuring equitable access to nonprofits, cultural groups, and vital resources. He has helped victims of abuse and individuals fleeing persecution to connect with nonprofit organizations and law firms that provide essential services. Alejandro has also facilitated opportunities for community members to engage with local elected officials. He organized numerous fundraisers and donation drives at schools and places of worship, gathering thousands of items such as diapers, winter coats, shoes, hygiene products, cleaning supplies, and backpacks for refugee families, unaccompanied migrant children, and farm workers. Join us in honoring Alejandro Lawson for his invaluable community work.
Good evening. First of all, I'd like to thank the City of Virginia Beach for putting this together and the Human Rights Commission for protecting human rights in our city. I'd also like to thank Commissioner Bosnet and Commissioner Ramona Taylor for that wonderful introduction. And of course, I'd like to express my gratitude towards my amazing parents and all of the people who have come here to support me. I am truly honored to be speaking with you all tonight. Being here reminds me that each one of us has the ability to make a difference in our own way. I'm inspired by the stories I've heard tonight, and I wanted to take a moment to reflect on my own. Growing up, my mother would tell me stories about living under dictatorships in her home country of Bolivia before she immigrated to this country in pursuit of a better future. Hearing this motivated me to get involved in local human rights activism, especially by supporting immigrant communities. I started the Refugee and Immigrant Solidarity Coalition, or RISC, an organization that promotes dialogue, advocates for human rights, and makes newcomers feel welcomed. We focus on youth activism, leadership, and service. Currently, we are working with youth leaders to open chapters at 6 local high schools across Virginia Beach. My hope is that RISC will live on long after I go off to college and continue to empower youth changemakers. At a time when human rights are at risk for many across the globe, it's necessary that we speak out against dehumanization, division, and bigotry wherever we see it. Let us always remember that the beauty of our city lies in its diversity, and our strength lies in the compassion that we show one another. Thank you.
Great job. Great job. Congratulations, Alejandro. Thank you. Great job. Matthew Lightheart is the next recipient this evening, and presenting his award is Commissioner Nagy and Vice Chair Custodio.
So under Matthew Lightheart's leadership, the Oceanfront Library has become a welcoming and inclusive space for all. Since 2023, he has supported the YOU group, I don't know if I have to spell it out or say it, providing LGBTQ youth ages 12 through 18 with a safe and affirming place to connect. He also ensures that the library serves as a seasonal warming and cooling station for individuals experiencing homelessness, offering comfort and dignity to some of the community's most vulnerable residents. In addition, Matthew encourages diverse programming that celebrates cultural heritage and fosters dialogue across differences, helping the library reflect and honor the wide range of people it serves. Through public discussions, cultural events, and youth-centered initiatives, he provides opportunities to residents to learn from one another and to engage in respectful dialogue.
Matthew is deeply committed to ensuring equal access to resources and opportunities. His support of LGBTQ youth ensures that they have equal access to community space, mentorship, and supportive programming. By supporting the U Group, he educates not only LGBTQ youth, but also the wider community on the importance of acceptance and belonging. He prioritizes removing barriers so that everyone, regardless of identity, background, or economic status, can fully participate in the programs and services the library offers. Through his daily work, Matthew affirms the dignity and the worth of every individual who walks through the library's doors. He provides safe spaces for marginalized groups, ensures that basic human needs for safety and comfort are met, and showcases the library as a platform to promote fairness, compassion, and community engagement. His leadership demonstrates that protecting and advancing human rights does not always happen through large-scale policy, but through consistent local action that ensures all people feel seen, heard, and valued. Tonight, we honor Matthew Lightheart for his impactful work in our community.
Yes, I would like to thank the Human Rights Commission and the City of Virginia Beach for this award. And what they said, all that stuff is true. But that's not what I set out to do. It's just, I'm a librarian. Have you guys been to libraries? We just do that stuff. I can't accept this really for myself. I can accept it for all of the people who work in libraries because we all do that. I think everyone's heard the phrase, death from 1,000 cuts. We're like the opposite of that. We're life from 1,000 small kindnesses. And I think everybody in this room is doing the same work. And so I'm very honored to be a part of that work, but I don't in any way feel like should be the focus of it. The U Group, if I'm gonna use them as an example, it's a privilege to get to hang out with those kids. It's not like I'm doing anything special. I'm just being there for them. For somebody who needs something that, we're free, we're open to the public. Everybody comes to us. And I mean everybody comes to us. And that means that when they come through that door, we treat everyone the same. And in order to do that, we just have to be our best selves every day. And I don't know what else to say. I'm out. I'm really glad. I want to say one more thing. I'm really glad that I did not go after the founders of the Operation Smile, because I'd have been like, I don't do what they do. I'm a librarian. Thank you.
Congratulations, well said. I think that, to me, was a very special statement. You said life from 1,000 acts of kindness. And that's a real takeaway, I think, from this evening. So thank you very much. And congratulations again. The next Human Rights Award recipients are Bill and Kathy McGee. And presenting this award is our chair, Mr. Jamal Gunn, and Commissioner Jackson Doe. And you're welcome to enter here if it's one. And then we're going to reverse it again.
I'm really excited to present this next award. This organization holds a very special place in my heart because it is the organization that made me into the leader that I am today. So, as the founders of Operation Smile, Bill and Kathy McGee have built an organization that works to advance human rights by championing the fundamental right to health for children born with cleft conditions. Through direct surgical care, community education, and advocacy, they remove barriers to healthcare for all underserved populations. Operation Smile celebrates human diversity, both globally and locally, to foster understanding and respect for all human experiences. Their interactive learning center educates thousands of visitors and students yearly about health disparities, while also inspiring direct action, demonstrating that access to life-changing healthcare is a basic human right.
Each year, through their student programs, hundreds of local students from all backgrounds can participate in volunteer opportunities and leadership development. These initiatives empower local youth and volunteers to take action, support patients, and advocate for inclusive healthcare by connecting the Virginia Beach community to their global mission, which has provided over 500,000 surgeries since the organization's founding. Operation Smile makes Virginia Beach the epicenter of their worldwide nonprofit healthcare work, demonstrating how local engagement drives global impact. Please join us in celebrating Bill and Kathy McGee for their dedication and contributions to our community.
Thank you. It's a real pleasure for Kathy and I to be here tonight and to see so many people that have contributed in so many ways to this community around the world. I can tell you that we would never be able to have done what we did without literally tens of thousands of people who are willing to share their time and their talent with others. And, you know, Mayor Bobby Dyer came up to us once he was elected, and he started talking about things that, you know, the city really wanted to keep moving on, and he has done a great job with it, I have to tell you. There are so many people to thank. I can tell you Myra Obendorf was the one initially that donated the property to us that our office is now on. And then we had other people donate the money to build the building to be able to do it. And all throughout, I think that children draw people in and make them feel their heart and know exactly what to do. Mayor Myra Obendorf, when everything was developing down where we have our building right now, she came to us and she said, I'll donate 10,000 square feet of space to you to build down here and to get your offices down here. And so that's why we had the ability to build what we built there. That and donors who came up to us and said, don't worry about it, we'll pay for it. And so they paid for a 10,000 square foot building that we were able to put up. It was just unbelievable. And Ronnie Villanueva, who was on the city council at the time, was a Filipino who was very involved with us because the Philippines were the first place that we went. And I can tell you, we brought our 13-year-old daughter there when we took our first trip. And she got there, and next thing I knew, she was scrubbed in the operating room and became my scrub nurse at 13. And it just shows you that the stuff we're doing isn't impossible to do by any stretch of the imagination. And every one of our 5 kids has been intimately involved with it, not because we force them to, just because once they go on a trip, they understand the importance of it. I can tell you that Pat Robertson and CBN were incredibly helpful to us. I didn't know Pat Robertson from the Man in the Moon until someone introduced us to him. And since that day, they've been helping us. And there's so many wonderful people and families that are here. I could go on forever. Buzz, who's right down here, with Stryker. Stryker is still a huge donor to us of equipment and supplies. And we wouldn't be able to do it without companies like that. Jim Sabera, who was there, came with us to Vietnam. His brother fought in Vietnam and was unfortunately killed in Vietnam. And so he went back to Vietnam to represent, I guess, his brother and his family to do it, but it also has been huge with us. And I just, there's so many people along the way that have made it what it was. We've had a chance to change the lives of over 500,000 kids around the world. We're in 38 countries right now. And over the last 34 years, we've had that tendency not only to operate on about 500,000 children, but in addition to that, have stuff like dental care and medical care and speech therapy and nursing and all sorts of other specialties that, as a surgeon, maybe I do 10% of the work that Operation Smile does, but there are all the other specialties that if they don't have it, you can't give completeness of care. And so it's a huge asset for us. So what I say is that we've had over 1 million patient interactions, so to speak, with dental, medical, nutrition, and all that kind of thing. But 80% of the world does not have access to cleft surgery. 80%. And so if 1 out of every 500 kids is born with a cleft, you can imagine the volume that's out there that never gets fixed. 20% of the world is us and, our allies. But we don't even think about that. When we go into a hospital and get care, it's because we're just so lucky to be in this environment. And so, in closing, I just want to say that we believe in safe surgical care and that it's a human right, and continue to really work on educating people all over, but we could not do it without this community. And we couldn't do it without the hospitals and without the educated people that motivate and stimulate their people that also they encourage to be involved. So we're really honored by absolutely all of that. And I would say to you that, I always tell people I had to do a lot of this to get to heaven because I was such a bad boy. And so the only way I could make sure I got to heaven was to find something that had a vision. So, and also because my wife was with me, who always was a much, much better human being than I was, and she was able to add so much to it, so I'll let her finish this up.
Yeah, we actually can't thank this community enough. We're from the north. So when we came down from Jersey and, we kind of asked for help, everybody jumped behind us. We just want to take care of kids. Okay, we're here for you. We had a board that jumped in, like Bill said, Pat Robertson said, what can we do for you? It was funding. Stryker, I don't know if you're ready for this, but we're in 100 district hospitals and we need equipment. Yeah, that's you. Yeah, we realized we couldn't just be in Manila, because these families come to us, they'll come without shoes, soaking wet. They don't care, they just want their kid taken care of. So we now have gone out to these districts, smaller hospitals. We're training, but we will put good equipment in so they can take care of these rural families that live within 70 miles of these 100 district hospitals in these 38 countries. So Stryker, I know, and Johnson & Johnson's been a big supporter of ours. But I do say I just came back from Vietnam, and as you all know, we were in war with that country. And it was amazing to, I don't know if you've ever read the book, Nothing is Impossible, and our 2 senators from here said, we're going to meet with the Vietnamese and see how we can work together. I think that's kind of maybe resounds as to what's going on now. You must work together. And so through children, through surgeries, we were able to pull our 2 countries together. And the Vietnamese can't be more than thankful for what the United States has done for them as a country. It's gone from a 4th poorest country in the world to a middle-class country with all our support. So just want to thank this community for all they have done to really support us. I mean, Jackson is part of our student program. Because of our kids, we put students on all these trips. We want them to see the world. They're not going to see it here. There's too much they have. And so once they go out and understand cultures, that's what we're trying to do, understand cultures and countries, and come back here much more ready to deal with the rest of the world. So I do want to thank Jackson. He's been a real leader for us with our students. As I said, all our students are out on our trips. We now have, I don't know, Jackson, how many clubs throughout the world?
Thousands.
Thousands of clubs throughout the world because of Jackson, who's been out there and communicated with these kids. So we're trying to bring our world together through students. So we can't thank this community enough. As I said, we came down here. We weren't part of this community. Mayor Dyer took us on and said yes. And Myra also said, please, we want you here. So thank you for being so open to these Northerners who come down and want to just get started. So as Bill said, we've taken care of over 500,000 surgeries. Thank you, Stryker, again. And over 500,000 surgeries, actual surgeries, but 1 million patients have been treated, whether it's dental or speech, nutrition. These kids are very malnourished from being not able to eat. So I just want to thank this community, thank our students for supporting us, and we're so happy to be in this building in Virginia Beach. So thank you so much.
And I'm sure Jackson has been in a library, so without librarians, Operation Smile wouldn't be what they are today. So thank you very much again.
Not to get overly complicated with the directions, but just come on stage wherever you're comfortable, okay? Our next recipient is Karen Morrison, and Commissioners Ron Taylor and Rosalind Vaughn will present the award to Karen.
Somebody dedicated to her. Okay. Good evening. Karen Morrison's work is rooted in the protection and advancement of human rights and creating a more inclusive community by uplifting the voices of those from diverse racial and social economic background, especially incarcerated and formerly incarcerated individuals. Through the leadership with fighting and for freedom, she ensured that citizens returning from incarceration have a fair chance at opportunities once released, connecting them to reentry resources such as housing, employment, and educational pathways.
Karen is a tireless educator in the community, bringing awareness of systematic injustice, empowering people to take part in reform efforts, and promoting fairness across the community. She challenges excessive sentencing practices, advocates for juvenile justice reform, and pushes for second chances for incarcerated individuals. In her fight for dignity, justice, and family unity, she ensures that returning citizens are treated as full human beings with reintegration opportunities that ultimately strengthen the community as a whole. It is our privilege to honor Karen Morrison for her unwavering commitment to creating opportunities and equitable representation in our community. And Karen, we have a song for you.
one of the individuals that she assisted had something for you.
Oh, we celebrate you today. Karen Morrison leading the way, fighting for justice, bold and true. This one's for you in all that you do. In the heart of Virginia, you stand so tall. Your spirit ignites a fire. Fighting for freedom, you hear their cry, giving the voiceless a chance to rise. Karen Morrison, you light up the night with vision for justice. You're shining so bright, working hand in hand, breaking down the walls for every soul. You hear their call through shadows of struggle. Your strength won't wane, advocating for those with burdens and pain. You stand for the truth, your heart so pure. In a world full of chaos, you help us endure. Karen Morrison, you light up the night with vision for justice. You're shining so bright.
I'll leave that.
I was not expecting that. Oh, wow. Good evening. I am truly humbled and honored to stand before you tonight as a nominee for the 30th Annual Human Rights Award. I want to first thank Mr. Ron Taylor for believing in my work and for submitting this nomination. Your confidence means more than I can express. I would also like to thank the Virginia Beach Human Rights Commission for giving me this award. Fighting for freedom was born from a simple but urgent belief. Every person deserves dignity, every family deserves support, and every community deserves justice and opportunity. What started as a small effort to stand in the gap for returning citizens and families impacted by incarceration has grown into a movement, one built on compassion, advocacy, and unwavering hope. My work is deeply rooted in cultural diversity, equal opportunity, and human rights, not because these are trendy concepts, but because they are the foundation of a healthy community. When we support those who are overlooked, when we uplift voices that have been silenced, and when we create pathways for employment, housing, and second chances, we strengthen not just individuals, we strengthen all of us. I am proud of the partnership we've built, the families we stood beside, the men and women we've helped transition home, and the courageous advocates who continue to fight with us every day. None of this work happens alone. It takes community, it takes heart, and it takes a deep commitment to seeing people the way God sees them, worthy, valued, and capable of transformation. I want to especially thank my husband, my children, my family, and our dedicated board members. Their love, support, and unwavering commitment make this work possible. They stand with me on long days, they pray with me during the tough moments, and they celebrate every victory with me. This nomination belongs to them just as much as it does to me. Thank you for recognizing this mission and for believing in the power of second chances, unity, and justice. The fight for freedom, equity, and human rights continues, and I am honored to walk this journey with each of you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Karen. And I want you to know that was a Virginia Beach, in 30 years, that was a Virginia Beach Human Rights Commission first. A song by phone through the microphone. And it was beautiful. It was amazing. So let's give the singer a round of applause. It was a first, but I really love that. I hope it's not the last. It proves, even through a phone through the microphone, that a message that's powerful can resonate. And it did. So thank you. Our next recipient is Angelo Reyes, and our Vice Chair, Arnel Custodio, and Commissioner Sylvia Neary Strickland will present the award.
We normally acknowledge Angelo for his acting, but tonight we honor him for his community actions. Angelo Reyes is a filmmaker, community leader, and advocate for cultural representation and human rights. He serves as chair of the Virginia Production Alliance, Hampton Roads District, and the founder of the Filipino American Chamber of Commerce of Virginia, advancing entrepreneurship and inclusion across diverse communities. As chair of the Filipino American Community Action Group, he leads civic engagement, leadership, and cultural awareness initiatives throughout Hampton Roads.
Angelo also serves as the Virginia State President and National Regional Relations Coordinator for the East Coast and South under the National Federation of Filipino American Associations, also known as NAFA, where he builds partnerships and mobilizes communities nationwide. Through his work in film, advocacy, and business, Angelo continues to champion diversity, empower others, and strengthen representation of the Filipino American community. Please join us in honoring Angelo Reyes.
Well, thank you. This is a great honor for this award. I want to start just thanking my fellow honorees. Listening to your stories really inspired me a lot, and you make this community stronger, more caring, more diverse, and to be honored alongside you, it's a great honor. Also, I'd like to thank my big sister, Sylvia Strickland, for nominating me. When I found out, I was like, what did I do? I didn't do anything. But I'm always grateful for your support and always helping me in everything. I'm truly honored. People often ask me why I do it. I know I do. My daytime job is a filmmaker, making human impact stories. When I first moved here to the States, around 8, 9 years old, I came from a different country, and I didn't speak any English, so English wasn't my first language. Fast forward in the early 90s, Virginia Beach had a really bad Filipino gang problem. I knew that because I was part of that problem. The good and bad, but what got us out of that situation was the organization that I am now chairman of, which is the Filipino American Community Action Group. They developed programs such as basketball associations for the Filipino community, tennis associations to get us out of trouble. Because of my mentors then, they got me to the point to where, I think I should do the same thing back going forward. We don't have that gang problem here anymore 20 years later, but there's other sub-problems that we go through, and that's what I fight for, not just on a regional, on a community, but more of on a statewide. So again, this I really appreciate and thank you, and also to the Human Rights Commissioners, to the Commission, and City of Virginia Beach. I really appreciate it, and thank you so much, and thank you.
Congratulations, Angelo, and thank you for all you do. Our next recipient is Dr. Cynthia Romero and Commissioners Sylvia Neary Strickland. You didn't go far. And also Commissioner Beatrice Amberman will present the award to Dr. Romero.
Oh, I guess I'm going first. Oh. Dr. Cynthia C. Romero, a physician leader, educator, and humanitarian, was chosen for this year's Human Rights Award in recognition of her decades of commitment to promoting cultural diversity, advancing health equity, and uplifting underserved communities across Hampton Roads in the Commonwealth of Virginia. As director of the M. Fosco Brock Institute for Community and Global Health and professor of Family and Community Medicine at Macon and Joan Brock Virginia Health Services at ODU, Dr. Romero has championed inclusive community health initiatives that bridge racial, cultural, and socioeconomic divides, especially supporting mental wellness and maternal and child health. Her leadership during the COVID-19 pandemic mobilized 260 medical and PA students to administer nearly 48,000 vaccines to regions' most vulnerable residents.
Thank you, Sylvia. Beyond academia, Dr. Cynthia Romero served as chair of the Virginia Beach Arts and Humanities Commission, a member of the Commission's Cultural Equity Committee, where she has elevated representation and equity in access to and sharing of arts and culture. A proud Filipino American, she has also strengthened cross-cultural understanding through her chairmanship of the Council of United Filipino Organizations of Tidewater, preserving cultural heritage while fostering solidarity among diverse communities through the Philippine Cultural Center of Virginia. Her national influence as a former Virginia State Health Commissioner, physician leader in the American Medical Association and Medical Society of Virginia, a humanitarian board member of Physicians for Peace, demonstrates her tireless advocacy for human rights, access to health care, and social justice. Recognized previously with honors such as the Humanitarian Award from the Virginia Center for Inclusive Communities and the Diamond Award from the Virginia Beach City Council, Dr. Romero continues to embody the spirit of service, empathy, and cultural unity that this award celebrates. Joining us, please, in honoring Dr. Cynthia Romero and her contributions to our community.
Can you see me? Good evening, Mayor Dyer, Vice Mayor Wilson, City Council members Berlucci, Remick, Dr. Ross Hammond, Commission Chair Gunn, members of the Virginia Beach Human Rights Commission, Commission Chair Olga Torres-Baker for the Arts and Humanities Commission, additional city leaders, fellow awardees, family, and friends. Thank you for this esteemed award, and thank you, Commissioners Neary Strickland and Amberman, for that very generous introduction. I stand here, and yes, I am standing, with a feeling of immense humility and profound gratitude. It is truly an honor to be recognized among such distinguished company. I specifically thank longstanding Human Rights Commission member and former chair, Sylvia Neary Strickland. Sylvia, thank you for seeing me, for hearing me, for appreciating me, and for nominating me. Receiving this award is deeply humbling because the true spirit of inclusive service was not taught to me from a textbook or online, but modeled in our home. I want to thank my beloved parents, the late, but the original Dr. Aleli Romero, and tonight here with me is my dad, Deacon Chris Romero. My parents embodied the truest form of Filipino servant leadership, teaching through their actions that the greatest work is done with a pusong Pinoy, a Filipino heart, dedicated to uplifting the community. I strive to be their living legacy in all that I do, especially in collaboration with our vibrant Filipino American community through the Philippine Cultural Center of Virginia here in Virginia Beach and beyond. The belief in the human capacity for purpose is what drives me and echoes in the timeless wisdom of physicist and chemist Marie Curie, the first woman to receive the Nobel Prize, who once said, "Life is not easy for any of us. We must believe that we were gifted for something." I am deeply grateful that my gift is the ability to see everyone as a fellow human being with the universal desires, shared desires, to want to be happy and healthy, to find joy, to do well, and most simply, to be loved. The more I help others to feel happy, loved, and healthy, the more I gain joy and affirmation of purpose. To my incredible husband, Dr. Mark Munoz, my wonderful sister, Dr. Mary, and her husband, Tim, and my steadfast friends, my godmother, Ninang Shoni Gamboa, Jen Gamboa, and Auntie Celia Beman, thank you. Your unconditional love and support are my foundation and my mom in heaven. And since human rights work is always a collective effort, I am blessed that smart, committed people like my fellow honorees and others across the city and the region allow me to roll up our sleeves together and work to help serving others. In this holiday season, may we embrace the inspiration of tonight and recognize that Christmas is not a time or a season, but a state of mind. To cherish peace, goodwill, generosity, and mercy is to have the real spirit of Christmas. May we all carry this mindset to authentically serve others in the year ahead, inspiring hope in everyone, one person, one smile, one hug at a time. Thank you for this honor. We're having a moment. We'll be right back.
Yes, sorry.
Our final recipient for this evening is Jennifer Vaughn, and to present the award to Ms. Vaughn, our commissioners, Dr. Virginia Jancott and Shannon Kendrick.
It's been said that the largest workforce in America is that of volunteers. Jennifer Vaughn has worked tirelessly to create a more inclusive community by fostering cultural awareness, equity, and access to resources for all individuals, particularly those experiencing homelessness. Her initiatives, such as Fresh Food Wednesday, disaster relief missions, and interfaith collaborations through the Faith in Action and Beach Community partnership programs, reflect her belief that cultural diversity strengthens communities. Working at Potter's House and the Virginia Beach Housing Resource Center, she educates both volunteers and clients about the barriers individuals face when experiencing homelessness, fostering empathy and understanding.
Thank you, Ginger. Through these efforts, Jennifer empowers the community to act with awareness, break down stereotypes, and support equitable access to housing and social services. She also trains and mentors volunteers, creating pathways for others to serve inclusively and advocate for equitable treatment. Her collaboration with community leaders and outreach work encourages organizations to uphold human rights, fostering a community in which every person is seen, valued, and supported. Tonight, we honor Jennifer Vaughn.
Wow, it's hard to be the last person. Most of the words have been taken that I was going to say, but I am so honored to be here tonight among all of you and each one of you and what you give to the city and the community and the world. I had a whole speech planned out, but I saw this and I thought, better together. And that's exactly what Virginia Beach does. With Faith in Action, our goal is to connect the community, to fill in services to help homelessness be rare, brief, and non-recurring in Virginia Beach. I've been to many other cities and even other states, and I have not seen a city like Virginia Beach that we work so seamlessly together. It is just amazing. Faith in Action does that with connecting the city. There are many departments in the city, and with many nonprofits as well as faith groups. We have about 100 members in our group that work together. And so when there's a need, we put it out, and usually the need is answered. And so it's all about working together, being a better community. The other thing is that I've always loved the starfish story, and I assume most of you have heard it. For those of you who haven't, it is a story about a child walking on a beach that is covered with millions of starfish. And the child's taking one at a time and throwing it out into the ocean. An adult comes by and said, "Why in the world are you wasting your time? There are millions, you can't possibly make a difference." And the child picks up another one, throws it out and said, "Well, it made a difference for that one." And I think that's what we are doing. Yes, we work together, we have huge goals, but it comes down to the individual. And I think that is so important. And so I know when I see somebody that's struggling, as if the starfish on the shore, but before I do anything else, I stop and I listen to that individual. That gives dignity and honor to that person, and they feel like they have been seen. And you don't know what they're going through, and listening does honor them. And so whenever you see somebody struggling, give a word of encouragement, a prayer, a hug, or a smile, because all of these things give the greatest thing, and that's hope. And so go and make a difference to that one. Thank you so much.
Please give a round of applause to all of our honorees. Tonight has been an inspiring and uplifting celebration of those who advocate for human rights. We are privileged and honored to have individuals and organizations in our community like those recognized this evening. We encourage each of you as neighbors and community leaders to celebrate our diversity and to reaffirm our commitment to building a united, inclusive, hate-free community that is mindful that we are all part of one humanity. I would like to take this opportunity to personally thank the following commissioners for being a part of the awards nomination review committee and tonight's ceremony, including myself and Ginger as chair of this committee, Beatrice Amberman, Jackson Doan, Sylvia Neary Strickland, and Mark Stevens. Again, thank you. I would also like to thank the Virginia Beach Convention Center for hosting us once again, and our Master of Ceremonies for the night, Councilman Michael Bellucci. By the way, we keep choosing him because he makes this look easy. So thank you every year, but he comes through. Also want to thank Green Run High School Orchestra for providing such beautiful music for our reception. The Virginia Beach Sheriff's Honor Guard, and of course, the people who make all of us look good, our staff liaison, Dominique McKinnon. Everybody, please give her another round of applause. And like I said, the people who make us look good, our city photographer, Craig McClure, as well as the city videography team. Please join me once again to thank tonight's recipients for their hard work and dedication. Again, thank you. But I do not want to be remiss by mentioning this. We are wrapping up, so I just also want to ask Rabbi Israel Zoberman to come up. Rabbi Zoberman has received many honors and recognition for his efforts as a faith and civic leader. He has dedicated his life to not only the Jewish faith, but all people in the entire Hampton Roads area. Rabbi, the Virginia Beach Human Rights Commission is proud to recognize your 12 years of service to the Commission and to the people of Virginia Beach for always standing on the side of those who have been discriminated against. You are indeed everybody's rabbi. We thank you.
Looks good. Thank you. Thank you. It's
And
an honor. It's an honor.
we would like for you to honor us with a closing prayer.
Well, you know, it's not easy to represent a people that has survived 5,000 years in the West. And I find myself in a similar position tonight. But first, let me begin with this Kippah or yarmulke. It comes from the White House. That's why it's special to me, with the presidential sale. It's not this administration. It's just a few years ago. Yeah. Maybe I'll get one when I return to the White House. You see, I represent a people that was destroyed in the Holocaust. What I have to say to you tonight is not easy for me to say. I say it with pain, some of it. I've lived here for 40 years with my wife, Jennifer. Our kids grew up here. I was able to rise from being a rabbi in this community, interfaith rabbi, in fact, meeting in churches. Currently, my new Jewish congregation that I started after having one for over 31 years meets at the Church of the Holy Apostles. I'm the honorary senior rabbi scholar at Eastern Shore Chapel Episcopal Church. And for 10 years, we met at the most gracious Catholic Church of the Ascension on Princess Anne Road. How about that? For a child of the Holocaust to grow up in Israel among Jews. Remarkable. That tells you something about America and about this community. Adonai Elohim, at this meaningful celebration in a festive season of holy lights for all of us, our shared one God of the commandments of loving kindness, who is the source of all lights, spiritual and physical, bring us together to be one caring family, gloriously diverse. May I say diverse? I heard the mayor say it, so I repeat it. Some people don't like this word to be said anymore about diversity, so I had to struggle a bit for a moment. Will this rabbi stand up and honor whom he represents for so long? Diverse. Diversity is a gift. It's not a curse. And gratefully united in our enchanting city of Virginia Beach, whom I have come to love. The longest I've lived anywhere. I came to Chicago from Israel in 1966. And no other community has embraced me, apparently, as much as Virginia Beach. Thank you. These unsettling and challenging times of rising extremism and noxious anti-Semitism, as we condemn the most recent evil attack on the Norfolk Mosque, not too far from here, we are duty-bound to acknowledge the supremacy of the sacred dimension of human rights, our ultimate safeguards against violating tyranny from within and without. As a family member of the Holocaust, surviving remnant of European Jewry, losing hundreds of my relatives, young and old, Polish and Russian, who perished less than 100 years ago, I can attest to what happens when humans are deprived of their birthrights, with civilization and democracy soon turning into the subversion of all that we hold dear, including our dear ones. May we together, guided by an inclusive Human Rights Commission, ideally, and now I pause for a minute. I've had some difficult times on this commission in the past 12 years, my friends. I can live with pain. There were moments on this commission where I felt rejected and betrayed. We have yet a way to go to improve things in our beloved community. And the Human Rights Commission should be a shining light. Always. Who do we turn to when we feel that we have been deeply hurt on the Human Rights Commission? As a commissioner, representing a proud Jewish community. I don't represent just myself in a commission. I'm still an active rabbi, 52 years. And against my wife's wishes, I'm still continuing. I've had some difficult moments. But I've persevered. And I'm not giving up. Our job is to turn pain into compassion, and compassion into passion, passion into promise, and division into vision, blemishes into blessings, with Shalom's divine agenda of healing, hope, and harmony for all of God's children, whose finite body is endowed, thank God, by an infinite soul, so that prayerfully America's unique lights of freedoms, both rights and responsibilities, that the world cannot exist without, will never cease inspiring and leading forward toward a world faithfully redeemed and refreshingly restored in the embracing spirit of our biblical prophets, speaking truth to power, no matter what the cost is, while envisioning humanity at last enjoying justice and peace, ever proclaiming that human dignity and God's divinity are one and indivisible. Let us, one loving family, say, Amen. Amen. God bless.
Well, first thing I want to say is thank you to my dear friends at the Human Rights Commission for once again availing me of this very special opportunity. I want to congratulate all of the award recipients. Let's give everyone a big round of applause. All the former award recipients and all of our partners in community who are here. And let me ask you this question as we depart. Don't you feel good? Yes. Right? If you agree with me that you feel good after tonight, not only by the friendship and connection and familiarity that we share and history that we share, which is true, as I mentioned in my opening remarks. For me, that's very true. I feel really good about that part. But don't you feel even better about the inspiration that occurred here, about the attunement of our purpose and renewed commitment to improving the lives of our neighbors and promoting human and civil rights, and even when we get it, fall a little short, and new energy to do better and keep moving forward? Do you feel that too? Yes. Me too. So I feel even better connected to the holiday spirit after I come here. So tonight is so special, And thanks to you all. And I wish you a very happy holiday season. I thank you for prioritizing the opportunity to come here and share this time with you and make it so special. So I wish you a happy holiday season, a happy new year. Let's get it done together in 2026 and slaughter the lion. And all of the award recipients, I would invite you to please join us for a photo at the logoed Step and Repeat in the corner. Get home safely. Thank you.